Bum 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 boom 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 boom. You are crop topping with Caden. Bum bum boom boom. See how I did that? That was my new intro because YouTube's being weird and doesn't like me using my intro, even though I paid for it. So just like you saw in the last video, there's no intro, so it's just me, and we're bum 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 ba-da-da. You are crop topping with Caden. Boom 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 boom. Okay, enough of that. Knock it off. Knock it off. Hello. Welcome back. For the few that stayed on and stay loyal to me, I salute you, because numbers are dwindling, and I blame the guy that's not watching this, because if you are watching this, you're making my numbers go up, obviously. So hats off to you. I love you mucho. It's probably because I have a mustache and nobody wants to see this disgusting thing, but I love it, so you can lick my toes. And they're nice toes right now because I have cool socks on with some shoes. Yeah. Anyways, we got a new coffee today, as usual. Might even have to change this name to Coffee with Caden. What do you think? Huh? Coffee with Caden instead of Crop Toppin with Caden, because you can't even really see my crop tops anymore. But we're working with it. This is my gym shirt, and I just rolled it up because I didn't want to cut another shirt, honestly. Not tonight. I mean, I don't mind cutting them, but like, I just didn't want to do it tonight because it's 8:13 Sunday. Anyways, the coffee for today is so I don't know if you guys know this, but there's no dairy in my life, so I don't necessarily have any dairy in any of my coffee, but all power to you if you have that, because it's just not for me right now. Also, no red meat. New things, life, the good things in life are gone, so now I'm just enjoying the sad things in life, like my life in general. Anyways, today is a grande cinnamon dolce latte. Oh, with almond milk, because Starbucks is weird and doesn't have oat milk yet. Not a huge fan of almond milk. I do like it. I use it every day for the most part. And I was supposed to have cereal right before this. Shoot. Anyways, yeah, so I don't like almond milk all the time because of the fact that there's a lot of, like, can make men's nipples a little too big, if you know what I mean. Promotes a lot of estrogen, so that's why if you are a male, I would stay away from almond milk and soy milk. Drink some oat milk, it's good for you. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's life. So here's a taste test. This is the first time I had this thing, so I may have had this in the past, like as a ice drink, but I don't think I've ever had this hot. And guess what? I'm hot. Not because like my physical attraction is hot. It is because it is hot in here. I just turned off my heater. I am sweating. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. That was hot. That was also another thing that was hot. I shouldn't have done that. It's brand new. Okay, we're here. We're going to try this again. Not so fast. Yep. That has some good aroma to it. Some cinnamon. I taste the cinnamon. Ooh, starting to taste the Dolce and Gabbana. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it. It might be Dolce. And is it latte or lata? Sorry, I fell asleep there for a second. Yeah, no, this is good. I like it. I recommend this one. Not as good as the honey almond milk flat white, as I got some of you hooked on, but maybe I can try and get you hooked on something else. I got an inside to Starbucks. One of my best friends, Ruben. I don't know if I have talked about him. So his little girly girl is a barista. And hold on. Okay, I'm gonna set that down. She is a barista at Starbucks, which is cool because they have like some things for you. I'll talk about that in just a second. So she's gonna be my new insider. I'm gonna have to go to her for every single podcast for a coffee because she was just listing off some stuff to me on Twitter just now. And holy cow, she knows her stuff. But she's also been working there for I don't know how long, but it's been a while, I think. I say it's been a while. She probably attests to that. Anyways, much love around here for the Rubes and Clo Money. What's up, homie? No, so like the cool thing about Starbucks though is that they give free college. I don't know if it's only to ASU or what, but it's all like online. But I mean, you can get a bachelor's degree through ASU online, so might as well take it. And she's using that, and good for her. And Ruben is Air Force guy, love him to death, and taking classes here and there, pursuing his career and being a bad motherfucker. Am I allowed to cuss? Oh, it's okay. I don't put the parental things on there, so no children can see this unless you lie. And I don't know why a child would want to watch this crazy thing anyways. You know what I mean? Anyways. Whew, man. It's a freaking rough week, let me tell you. Want to know why? I just started school. My last semester of undergrad. What? Aren't you guys so proud of me? I'm proud of me because, like, that's 4 years down the drain. Just wasting my life. Sad. All 4 years of it. No, honestly, I love college. I recommend college, at least a little bit of an associate's degree for anybody that has the chance to be able to go. I know not everybody has access to it, which is an issue as I see in my mind. I think everybody should at least have access to an associate's degree, but hey, I'm not in government. I'm not in politics. Can't tell you what you can and can't do and what other people can and can't do. But yeah, I just think that more educated people in our society would be... Oh, that was a burp. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to burp, but it happened. And we're just going to act like it didn't happen. Thank you. Keep going. I believe that the more educated we are as a society is better for us. More benefits overall, because I think college can be good and bad. I think it leads people down a path of just trying to graduate, but I also think it leads people down a path of finding themselves. When I first started college, I was 2 years out of high school because I did some stuff in my life to help me with my future self that I didn't end up becoming. Because when I first started school, I pretty much set my life up to, only go to dental school. And went to a dental assisting program. I went to a dental hygiene program and did 2 years of school. And I was like, probably 3 years of school and two and a half. I'd say 2.5 years. And then I was like, maybe this isn't for me. Not the fact that I can't do it. My grades are fine. I have a foot in the door at a couple, I would say 1, maybe 2 dental programs, but at least 1. I could probably get into a couple if I really tried. I worked in an orthodontist office for 3 years and I loved it. One of the best jobs I've ever had, but I just don't see myself doing that anymore. The reason being is I didn't want to be a general dentist, because no hate to anybody that is a general dentist. I love all of you. Every single general dentist I've ever met is a wonderful person, has a beautiful life, and seriously, like, the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Regardless, I don't think I could be happy doing that. Nothing wrong with it, but it's not everybody likes the dentist. Nobody goes to the dentist and they're just like, well, let me just go get this filling, This is so fun to get my teeth worked on. Nobody sits there and is like, this is fun. Maybe if you work there, that's fun, but it's not fun if you're as a patient. So you get to deal with a lot of people being like upset, or some cases they're pretty happy because they're out of pain, and that is one good thing. Like, people are upset when they come in, but typically leave fairly happy. Cleanings are great, but I mean, not everybody gets their teeth cleaned, and let me tell you, I've seen some rough teeth in my dental hygiene program. Nothing against people that I saw, it's just the crowd of people that came through, like my patients, were just a little bit higher up in age and did not take care of their teeth as much. All power to them. A lot of them had their teeth still, or at least had like crowns that worked as teeth, so they did good on that part. But there was a lot of calculus. I don't know if you know what that is, like the plaque buildup, but it gets like really hard. Anyways, I'm venturing off way too far. So the reason why I don't want to go and just be a general dentist is it's not as fun of a job as being an orthodontist. I've done both spectrums of it, like working in both kind of fields, and ortho by far is phenomenal. I absolutely love ortho. It is fun. Patients are typically happy 90% of the time. You get to see people grow up because you're with them for a year and a half, 2 years, but they're in there. Holy cow, almost freaking died. I would have been so mad. Did I do that last time? I have clumsy hands. These little things, these little tiny hands are just clumsy for no reason. No, like, you get to see people grow up because you're typically doing braces like in their earlier stages of life, or even like middle school or beginning of high school. So you get to see them progress as like a person very rapidly. And it's cool. Like, you get to like kind of have this connection with them because you see them every month and they tend to like you, and they pick their favorite assistants and tend to stray towards the person that they want to see, which is nice because I like to see my people and I start to know people by name, and you gain a good rapport, is that how you pronounce it, whatever, with your patients, which is nice. But 8 years of school does not sound fun to me anymore. I've done 4 almost, and I think I'm over it. Don't get me wrong, I'm probably going back for more school, but it's going to be after Max and I travel the world for a year, and you guys are going to be on this journey with me, enjoying life, No, but I'm going to take a gap year, and then I'm going to figure it out. I now want to focus on environmental work. I think the reason why is because I think there's always going to be somebody that wants to go to dental school, right? But there's not going to be always somebody that wants to go into environmental work. And from my experiences, I feel like it is a little bit more of a necessity right now to go into environmental work instead of dental work, just because I think as a whole, if we can make it there, and by the time I can try and help make a change, I can get involved in the environmental aspect of things, and maybe I'm the hero. I want you guys to come back to this video if I'm the hero that saves this planet, because that would be cool. Put that on my bucket list. Check, hero that saves the planet. No, so I've actually been in contact with, I talked to the admissions rep for University of Washington, and she's a super nice lady. She said I would probably get in super easy if I applied whenever I want to apply, and she told me that it's fine. I'm taking a gap year, so going ahead and doing that, going to get my master's in public administration and make my focus on environmental work. Yes, it's going to be a very broad thing, but your first year is like the general aspects of master's in public administration, right? And then your second year, it's focus on what you want to do. I would like to make my focus on climate change, which I think is a big thing. And I don't know how I would go about it, but maybe just public administration as a whole, because that's very broad, but I can narrow it down to what I really want to do, which is my biggest thing and concern is that not everybody has clean water around the globe. Not here in the United States. Yes, we have issues here, but there's bigger issues across the globe. But here's one thing that like stresses me out is that we are a first world country, correct? Or tend to think that we are. We have a city in the United States, Flint, Michigan, that still does not have clean water from back in 2014. That is 7 years of no clean water, which makes no sense because if we're a first world country, we should be able to tackle this. And I've watched countless documentaries on it, and they have people that go in and drop off bucket or like packages of bottles of water for them because they can't even boil their water and try and make it clean. I mean, I'm sure some people have access to it, but a lot of it comes down to like the poorer sections still don't have access to anything, correct? But it also wasn't a very rich city to begin with, Flint, Michigan. But the crazy thing is that this could have been completely wiped away and never even happened if we weren't greedy. And there are certain things in life where I don't think that we need to put greed into play. And that comes with, for me, health, which includes medical care for everyone. I don't see why we're making it to where people are able to charge as much as they want for this privatized insurance, but that's a whole nother aspect of things that I don't necessarily want to get into. But when it comes to the necessities, food and water, people should have access to that. And that's something that I live and die by. Like, you can say whatever you want, like, oh, this person chose to live this life, so if they suffer, that's on them. No, I really do believe that everybody should have access to clean water and food, especially people that are trying to make a living for themselves. Like a lot of the people in Flint, Michigan, they still have jobs. I mean, they're not just like, I'm not trying to get into like, oh, like homeless people, whatever. But I mean, they are products of society where they are contributing back to society, correct? And I believe that they do deserve clean water. And that is a big issue because they can't even like cook because they have no clean water. But granted, I think every homeless person deserves free water and access to food, you know? Like, I don't think it is an issue. I mean, I saw a documentary about a year ago about the issue with how much potatoes we waste. And I was reading this book one time, and I think it talked about how you could survive off of the adequate amount of water a day, which I don't necessarily know how much that is, and one potato for the rest of your life. Obviously, like, you're not going to have like big gnarly muscles like me. Boom, boom. I'm sorry. I just had to throw in a little something. I was getting a little too serious. So it was like, I think a potato and an adequate amount of water every day for the rest of your life, and you could survive off of it just because of how many nutrients are actually in a potato. And people are like, oh, potatoes are bad, carbs bad, blah, blah, blah. Potatoes have a ton of nutrients. Very good for you. It just depends on how you cook them, obviously. You bake a potato, you're getting a ton of nutrients from it. I air fry mine. That's besides the point, but my air fryer's probably changed my life. So if we were to, instead of waste this food, give it to homeless people or people in need, we could end up saving a lot of lives because nobody's malnourished. Anyways, going back on the aspect of like what I want to do, I want to be able to tackle at least the issues here in the United States if I'm still living here, and then branch off to third world countries and find a way to provide clean water for them, because a lot of them have access to water, it's just not clean. And then I don't know if you guys saw that thing with Caden Smith, Will Smith's son, who's kind of like ventured off from being an artist and I'm like stuffy because I've been working outside. I don't know, I might be getting sick. Might not. Is my Mac back off? Nope. Okay. I'm good. I promise. But he's ventured off from being like in movies and music. I mean, he still kind of makes it from time to time, but I don't think that's his big goal in life. And he's more of like a humanitarian now. And he actually provided something that he developed, like his team developed, and it was like a filter that people could put on their faucets or whatever, and they just put it directly onto it, and they were able to, like, in Flint, Michigan, because I mean, this is our home and we have to take care of our people, and you were able to put it on there and just get clean water. And he went to Flint, Michigan, and he was doing more than some of these politicians are. And that's like the crazy thing, is when it comes down to it, is not necessarily the people you expect to come in and help. It's the people that are willing to help usually make the biggest change in society. Regardless, though, I'm sweaty. This is gross. Regardless, I think it's a big thing that we should be focusing on, and it's something that I'm passionate about. And hopefully, on this 1-year journey with Max across the globe that I hopefully get to go on, hopefully everybody gets vaccinated and COVID goes away and we kind of go back to normal, and I'm able to travel and do things that I would like to do, Hopefully it'll open my eyes to maybe how other countries, we think that like other countries aren't dealing with as much stuff as we like think they are. And like, people go to Thailand, right? And just take this. People go to Thailand and they're like, oh, it's some beautiful resort, blah, 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 for Americans or whoever to go and just enjoy. But in reality, they are a very poor country, and the people there aren't living the best lives. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to live, but it's not like they are full of money, and their country's also not full of money. So I saw something the other day on Twitter, and it was talking about like how you should not be haggling with people in these third world countries. I don't know if Thailand is, but haggling with people in like these third world type countries about their prices, because typically their price to start off with is very cheap to begin with, and you can afford it. Because I mean, if you're not, I'm going to be traveling very cheap, staying in hostels, enjoying life that way, plus you make connections. That is going to be my cheap aspect of things. But I'm not going to sit there and like somebody who's on the street and they're like, oh, here's my food, and I'm like, say it's $20 in their currency, which is could be $5 in our currency. I'm not going to be like, no, I'm about $10. And they're probably going to say yes because they're trying to make money. But how much you're hurting them compared to how much it's really not affecting you if you were just to pay the full price is a huge thing. But that's one thing that I want to do on this like journey, is kind of realize what's going on outside of our little American bubble. Because we sit here and think that like everything's all fine and dandy in life, and I don't know if it is. And that's what I want to find out. And maybe I come back and I don't want to go to a graduate program. I just want to enjoy life and be a freelancer. I don't know. Figure it out. I'm not stuck to anything, so all power to me, right? Anyways, so, and it's not like I want to go to every exotic place in the world or whatever. I do want to venture out and kind of go to places that are not as rich as others. I mean, I kind of want to experience the culture as a whole, and that's something that like Max and I've talked about. Is, I mean, we were kind of like on let's try and hit as many places as we possibly can within this year, which the more I think about it, the smaller a year really is. So instead of spending like 2 weeks in a certain area or a country or city inside the country, I think we want to spend more of like a month and engrave ourselves in that culture, get used to it, start to meet people that live there, and they can teach us about their culture. They can teach us about what they're dealing with, what they're doing, what their life's like. And I think it'll open both of our eyes to what life truly is about, and how different everything across the world can can be, and what people deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? And that's something I really want to do. I want to enjoy their food. I want to enjoy their festivals, their culture, their family, how they treat their family, how they treat people in their country and their cities, whatever. That's the things that I want to do. But I also don't want to like get involved in their culture to a point of like, I don't know, like I don't want to say appropriating, because it's not even that, because like I'm there with them, but I want to do things with the people that are in that culture. I don't want to do like the American hotel resort thing and just enjoy the weather and go to places here and there. Like I don't necessarily, like, obviously I don't want to live in like or like stay in a place where like I could be dealing with possibly harming myself by putting myself in bad situations. But I do want to put myself in these places that are not necessarily like resorts, and that's why I'm staying in hostels, Airbnbs, whatever, I kind of want to enjoy, I guess, the shit of some of these places. And it's like kind of something that I did when I was in Hawaii. When I went to Hawaii, I got to enjoy like more cultural things and go on hikes instead of like spending my time in the resort the whole time. That's not something I want to do. Anyways, besides that, school's been good. First week, chill. I think I did a good job. Did all my homework. Yeah, I did it last minute, but I still did it. And it's gonna be a good semester. I can already see that happening. I mean, there is one class where my teacher has not let me into the Zoom because I'm not on a UNR thing, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to his office hours tomorrow, and we'll figure it out, because the other class I signed up for has a ton of reading and a ton of work, and I do not want to do that. This is my last semester. I was only supposed to take like 2 or 3 classes, and I'm taking 5. So pray for me, because I just wanted to goof off this last semester. But it's all right. We'll be done soon. Won't have to worry about anything, and then we'll keep it going, right? Anyways, though, on my trips, it's going to be fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of, this might switch a little bit to more of a travel vlog, but I'm not going to be in school. I'm not going to be working. I don't have a ton of time, so I will be able to create more for you guys, which is going to be awesome, and I hope that you guys stay along the path. And I think Max and I have came up with the idea of possibly doing like a travel vlog, like say post it on Thursday, right? And then have a podcast of the two of us on a Monday, which is going to be cool. I think it's going to be a really cool idea, but I'm also going to be buying a new camera, some new lenses, and some stuff to make everything more mobile. Thanks to Ruben, I have my nice little backpack that I can use throw my camera in. Thank you, Ruben, because this backpack has been phenomenal for school for my first week. I've been using it everywhere I go to go say I need to go sit in a coffee shop and do my homework. It's been great, very useful, and I found out that I can take all the inserts out of the camera spot and throw more stuff in there, like books or whatever, which has been useful, so I appreciate that. Regardless, if this is something that I feel like you guys would want to do, please let me know in the comments, because it'll be cool. I think it'll be, you're still getting podcasts. Can't complain about that. And Max, he's goofy. He's got a good personality. May not be as cute as me because his mustache don't look like mine. That's besides the point, though. But he's got a good personality. Great guy. He's taller than me, so he's got one step above me or something. Knock him down a size. Anyways, so yeah, podcast on Monday, vlog on Thursday. This is all up in the air. We could get hit by a meteor and I won't even be able to leave. You never know. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. I could grab some wings and just on the back and then just fly wherever I want to go. And then I don't even have to pay for a freaking flight. Save some money. I'll just leave tomorrow. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming on. Just a little bit shorter today. I can't read how long I've been on. I just kind of wanted to give you a little something, talk about my first week of school, my life, which is what I'm doing. The fact that I want to get into environmental work. I want to get into saving you and our community and the people and our world. If I save the world, I want everybody to tattoo my name on their left butt cheek. Thank you for that. Starbucks was good today. Let me know how you think of it. Comments. So you can comment, but comment again under your comment and let me know how you like the coffee. Because I liked it, and I think you guys would too. Appreciate you guys for coming on. Love you always. My heart is with you, just like your heart should be with me. Just kidding. Hopefully my Switch comes in the next couple days. I've been dealing with FedEx not delivering stuff. Hey, you know what? I'm glad that they're safe and not crashing their vehicles, because we did have a little bit of bad weather. Whatever. I'll wait. I'll be patient. I just want it, and play my little Switch, which I bought so I could travel and play with Max and myself while we're on the plane and on the train and on the making some grain. I don't know. It was a good rhyme. You're welcome. Love y'all. See you soon. Talk soon. You're the greatest. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.